Alright, we're back. If you're following along, in our last video, I went over some of the basics of the WordPress dashboard and some of the things that you can do. I also talked about choosing free themes or premium themes, and maybe trying to find the right theme for you. In this video, we're actually going to dive into the back end of WordPress a little bit more and use its default block editor to create this page. We're going to make this page look like this page. Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, like, this page isn't very brilliant. It's not the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. It's not supposed to be. I just want to be able to go through the elements of building a page with you in WordPress so that you know how to do it, and then from there you can let your creative side shine through. To get started, I'm going to minimize both of these and bring up our dashboard for our website. If you're not there already, you can go to 127.0.0.1/WordPress/login, Login, to get to the login page. After logging in, you'll come into this dashboard area here. What we're going to do is we're going to start building out our pages. So let's go over to pages, and we're going to add new. We can call this page anything we want. It's going to be our home page, so let's just go ahead and call it home for now. All I did was typed into that block and then hit enter, and it saves it. If I was to go ahead and publish this page right now, see how it looks, we can do that. Let's make sure we publish it first. I'm going to go ahead and copy this link. And right now, as it stands, this is our page. So all we did, let me go ahead and do this so that it's easier to see what we're going to do. Alright, and the back end. Okay, that's much better. So this is what we did, and this is our result. Now you might be asking yourself, what the heck is all this stuff down here? These are widgets. I'm going to show you how to move them in just a little bit in this video. But right now what we want to concentrate on is recreating the bulk of our website, what it is that we want to say. We want to recreate this. So I'm going to show you how to recreate these 4 or 5 elements, and in doing that it should give you the understanding to be able to build some more on your own and all that fun stuff. So let's do that. I'm going to minimize this for now. This button adds blocks. A block is like a section to your website. So let's go ahead and add a block. And what we want to do is use a cover. I'm also going to just upload an image that I've already got. It's just a default image. That's it right there. I'm going to go ahead and open it. And you can see it immediately gives us a title block. We're going to call this John's Cool Page. Within this little title block, I can also do other things. I can just click on it, go to this blue dot, and actually resize it how I want it to appear on the page. So now that that's good, I'm going to go ahead and click Update, and let's see what our new page looks like so far. This was the page before we added this. Let's go ahead and refresh it. There's the page now. Now, mind you, there's some spacing issues and other things that we need to be concerned about, but again, this is just about teaching you how to use the building blocks. Next, we want to add the 3 images that we had underneath the actual image here. These 3, 1, 2, and 3. And take note that, they don't line up, they're not perfect. These are, again, just for example and learning. So what we need to do here is add a group, because these 3 images, 1, 2, 3, these 3 images are actually considered a group. Once we have our group portion up, we can click the plus to add additional images. So in our case, you know what? We don't want to do the image. I'm sorry. What we will do is, actually, I think I have to add it to remove it. Let me just do that real quick. There you go. So I just deleted that block. I need to add a gallery. Okay, and then we're going to upload. I'm going to go 1. I'm holding down Control on Windows. 2, 3. before I do anything else, you'll see how it looks on the page. I'm going to go ahead and click update up here. This is the example that we're following. Let's get rid of the example. This is our current page. Let's go ahead and refresh it. And boom, we have them here. But we have a problem. Notice how it's kind of intersecting with, well, not intersecting, but it's kind of overlapping the wallpaper that we have, the banner image that we have. So let's go ahead and fix that by adding some space. The way that we do that, we go back into here, click add a block, spacer, and sometimes if you don't see these right away, these options, go ahead and click on these other accordions and you can add a whole bunch of different stuff. But all we need right now is a spacer. This is our spacer, and we can take this spacer using this left bar here and we can drag it up or down or put it wherever we want. We want space in between these elements, in between the banner and these three images below it. So what we're going to do is we're going to drag it up, okay, and then we're going to hit update. Now, if we go back over here to our page and refresh, there we go, we've got the space. Now, obviously, the space is a bit too much, so what we should do is scale down that empty space a bit. So let's go ahead and do that. Just as I drag this image up here, I can do the same with this empty space. This gray block is representing that empty space. So I'm just going to go ahead, I'm going to pull it up just a little bit. Okay, that sounds, or it looks about right. I'm going to hit update. I'm going to come on over here. Let's hit refresh, and there you go. We've got them lined up quite nicely. So cool. We've got a wallpaper background or a image that basically anybody can see as soon as they come to the page. We've got some space. We've got three other images. And now what we're going to do is actually add some text underneath that. If you haven't guessed it already, what we need to do is add another block. So we're going back to our plus. And this time, we're going to add a paragraph. And you can barely see it, but it is there, okay? Let's go ahead and write and now we have options. Now that we have that there, welcome to John's cool page. We can continue to write, or we can just leave this block as it is and then put another block underneath it. So this is one block, and then we can put another block underneath it to represent the actual paragraph text that we want to put there. So welcome to John's cool page, and I'm going to leave it like this just for now, just to show you something. That's fine. Button here. We're going to add another block, and this one is going to be a paragraph. And in here, we're just going to throw in some of that filler text from our previous example. I went ahead and pasted that in. That's fine. That's fine. Let's just go ahead and up here and hit update. Let's see what we're working with. Now, you might know already what's going to happen because we have a little bit of a stacking issue here. So let's go ahead and refresh our current example. And so that is looking okay. This is our working example that we're trying to somewhat replicate, and we've got some things that we need to change. First of all, the title is down here, and it's not a title, it's just regular paragraph text. And we're going to have to go ahead and move that up here and change some heading parameters around. So let's go ahead and get rid of our example. Come on back here to the page. And the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take this title and we're going to drag it above the paragraph. Okay, so now it should appear above the paragraph. The second thing we're going to do is highlight the title and choose heading, because this is indeed a heading. It's a heading to the paragraph below. Let's go ahead and choose H3 heading because it's a little smaller and it looks a little bit better for our needs. And go ahead and click update. Let's take a look now. And there you have it. In about 5 or 6 minutes, we put together a pretty basic page that should have at least taught you how to use some of the block elements in the default WordPress editor. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to get rid of this little sidebar here using something called widgets. So stay tuned for that.